Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Animaticon 2017 with Thousand Face Cosplays. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. How's it going?
Doing well, thank you.
All right, so how did you guys get started in the world of cosplay? Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll start with that one. We actually met working at the St. Louis Renaissance Fair. So the first time we met each other, we were already dressed up as... You were a villager at that time, and I was a Scotsman wearing a kilt. So dressing up, doing funny voices, playing characters was something we did from the very start of knowing each other. So cosplay was a really natural evolution. Once we discovered things like a shared passion for Game of Thrones, then Daenerys and Drogo followed shortly after that, and it just kind of all steamrolled from there.
Now we have a problem.
Well, how'd you get started?
Same. I've been dreadfully serious about Halloween my whole life. So it kind of started and spiraled downwards from there. Then I joined the Renaissance Fair and found out that I could be myself somewhere, and then met my wonderful husband. And then we started just going to conventions and meeting amazing people and just doing what we love together.
It sounds awesome. So you guys are best known for your cosplays as Tiny Tina and Krieg from the Gearbox Borderlands 2. Yeah, how did that all come about? And has Gearbox actually reached out to work with you guys? I mean, we're friends with most of the voice cast, so I'm friends with Sir Hammerlock and Mad Moxie and those guys. So, yeah. So how is it like? So has Gearbox ever reached out to you guys to potentially do some work with them at conventions?
So we've never been contacted by Gearbox or anything, but the Gearbox community has actually been really cool to cosplayers. They feature cosplayers a lot on the Borderlands Facebook page. They've been very big about supporting the cosplay community. And as for how it got started, honestly, when we started playing Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina was too perfect.
So she jumps up onto the screen, she's, doing her little thing, and Ethan just goes. And then it happened. So here we are, Huckabut.
Well, the best part is that he's actually your dad in the game.
No, that theory's been debunked.
Really?
The creators of the game, I believe the creator of the character of Krieg did say that he is not Tiny Tina's father. Please, God, don't let me be Tiny Tina's father, because otherwise this is getting really weird really fast. Please.
I say because I actually know Jason Douglas, who is the voice of Krieg, and
Did he say
no, he's a cool guy, but he wouldn't say anything.
Did he say
No,
All right.
no, he wouldn't say anything. Yeah. So you guys also love doing Street Fighter cosplay, being Vega and Sakura. What drew you guys to them?
Well, for me, Street Fighter 2 was one of the first games my older brother had me play. Like, even when I was young enough that my controller wasn't actually plugged in, when I was like 3 or 4, and he was like, no, you're doing great. Yeah, see that guy? That's totally you up there. But once I did get to start playing, he was one of my favorites, Vega. And also, Vega came along at the point in my cosplay journey where fitness became a big part of it. And I always try to have a character who's in better shape than I am as my next goal. And Vega is about as in shape as you can get for a the dude has an 8.5 pack, man. Like, I don't know, and getting to actually portray a character that you've loved for years upon years upon years.
Yeah.
And then from the acting side of it, Vega was very different from Krieg or Psycho or Drogo. He's narcissistic to the extreme.
He's a poet.
Oh, yeah. So honestly, some of my favorite cosplay moments were as Vega when I was taking a picture with someone, and the woman taking a picture with me went, oh, where should I stand? Should I stand here? And my response was, don't worry, no one will be looking at you. And then I had to take my mask off after the photo and say, I promise I don't really think that. This is the character talking. I'm not that big a jerk.
In which case, Sakura running behind, don't listen to him, he's lying to you.
What drew you to her?
What drew me to her? Well, she's bubbly, and she's fun, and she's super obsessive, and I just love that she is unabashedly herself. She's very driven by her training. She's very, very driven by fitness, and I just really loved that about her. And actually, that was confession time. That was the first time I'd ever worn a skirt to a convention. I've never been very confident about my legs. Just I've had experiences in my past that have made me feel, I'm not very confident. Everybody's got those times, but I was wearing a skirt and those red shorts, and I had my booty out, and it was so it was just an out of my comfort zone sort of thing. But I was doing it because He loves Street Fighter so much, and we like to do stuff together. And she's amazing. And I will kill you in Super Puzzle Fighter as her all day long.
Super Puzzle Fighter 2. That Sakura's her girl in there.
Alrighty, so you both stay in shape, as we've been talking about, and you love sharing how to stay motivated in the gym. What advice would you give to fans who are looking to get started about that in their lives, like, this?
Well, I mean, first thing really depends on what your goal is, and figuring out what your goal is always the first step. And a lot of people, I'm talking to you people out there, toning up, there's no such thing as toning up. You're either building muscle or losing fat. So figuring out what your goal is first will help you get the ball rolling. And then it's really 80% nutrition. How much you're eating, what you're eating is the hardest but most important part. Right. And my biggest recommendation is don't be afraid of lifting weights. Ladies too. There's a lot of misconceptions out there that if I start lifting weights as a woman, I'm going to become bulky. No, don't worry. Lifting weights and building muscle is one of the best ways to lose fat. The more muscle your body has, the more calories it uses throughout the day. I'm going to stop now because I could keep talking about this for a long time.
You really can. And for me, I am on the other side of fitness where I've kind of just taken it on because he was really interested in it. And, well, when you feel bad about the way that you feel or look or whatever, you have to actually do the thing. Like, I'm the type of person who likes to complain about the thing and sit there and be like, no, I want to snack all night, and no, I don't want to go to a gym, and I don't want to sweat. But now I'm a gym rat. I'm in there 6 days a week, hour and a half each day, and I'm doing booty things, and I'm doing arm stuff, and it's really my best advice.
Those are all scientific terms.
It's all very scientific. All of it's very scientific. As a fitness scientist, I want to give you this advice. Just do the thing. It's really easy to get in your own mind and be like, there are a lot of reasons why I shouldn't get in shape, or I shouldn't change my lifestyle, or there are lots of reasons not to do something. Just do the thing, and it will come out great. And as someone with anxiety, exercise has been almost as good for me as my medication. So, yeah, get on that train.
Seriously.
Alrighty, so cosplay is all about community and helping each other. What does it mean to give back to you guys' community? I learned that you guys are from the St. Louis area. So what's it like when you give back to the St. Louis area?
It feels good. Like, my heart's all fuzzy right now. But I just really, the way that we give back is kind of, we just want to make people smile. We want to get people out of their heads for a while and bring their characters to life and just give them a moment with their fandom. And that to us is such a treasure that we're able to share that with someone. And by talking about things that are rough topics like anxiety, or fitness can sometimes be a rough topic for people, by talking about those things that people don't often talk about, we're opening it up for conversation. We're opening people up to, add their thoughts and feelings to things, and we're listening to those things and trying our best to just be there for each other. So it just feels really nice to be part of a community in which you're safe and are able to talk about those things.
And in St. Louis specifically, we try to, for every convention we go to, all of the proceeds from our prints go to benefit 10th Life Cat Shelter in St. Louis. We got 2 of our kitties from there. They do incredible work. This convention, we're also donating to families with ASD, but we feel extremely fortunate to get to go to conventions and do this thing that we love, and for some reason have people sometimes buy pictures of us.
Yeah, what's
so
that
we
about?
figure anything we can do to use that to give back, especially our furry friends, we're gonna do it. We're big animal lovers.
Big animal lovers, and we have 2 babies from 10th Life, and it's just so amazing that people, when you talk about, hey, we do this for charity for animals, it's whatever you can give or whatever you're willing to give. People often are like, here's a 20, feed those cats, and we're just like, why are you such good people? We love it. So.
Say I'm a doggy guy, so.
We love them too, but the advantage of cats is like we're here right now.
Yeah.
And the cats are fine.
Yeah.
I see. That's the biggest. I love dogs. Don't get me wrong.
I take care of it. Yeah.
There's a dog behind me. It's adorable. See it?
I take care of a Dane.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You have a horsey dog.
Yeah. And a mutt. We don't know what he's actually. We have no clue. We got him from the ASPCA, and then the other is a Mastiff mixed with an Anatolian Shepherd. So yeah, they don't live with me. They live in other places, but I take care of them. Yeah. So this convention has a strong message about autism. What would you guys like to add to the conversation about that from people? We went to your anxiety panel last night, and it was wonderful and touching. So how is it like to mix two different things that kind of work together that some people suffer from? Like we talked about the grounding techniques and the opening up about it and being true to it, and like how is that being able to do that here at a con?
So being able to come to a convention and talk about stuff that goes on within yourself that you don't exactly understand all the time, being able to talk to someone about that and have them understand your feelings, maybe not why you're feeling them, but someone who just comes up and gives you a hug or tells you everything's going to be okay. This community is above and beyond so supportive. And by talking out about anxiety, by talking out about feeling uncomfortable during the day for no reason at all, like just being able to talk about that with people is so touching, and I'm just so lucky to be able to share that with people. And to feel safe and help others feel safe in return, because we all feel sometimes like we're not our best, and sometimes we feel like that negatively impacts other people, but you have to know you're not alone. You have to know that we're all here for each other. This is a community. Reach out to your community. So reach out to them. It's really wonderful. It's really touching, and I'm very honored to be a part of the experience.
And for you, as being a person who has to be a support system, how does that feel for you?
Well, it's been really amazing as someone who is a support system for someone with anxiety to see this convention act almost entirely as a support system, knowing that there is a quiet room where someone can go and escape from the sometimes very stressful environment of a convention floor is amazing to get to see. And getting to see people who struggle to come out and struggle to sometimes even just get out the door or be who they are.
Fighting every day.
And getting to see that cosplay and conventions give them the strength and the tools that they need to, even just for a moment, break down those barriers. As someone who supports it, it's just amazing to get to witness. It's really magical. And we feel honored that we in any way get to help with that.
It's fun. So you guys are fans of anime and video games. What would your dream cosplay be to do if you had not... You want to do Sailor Scouts?
Yep. I'm going to be Sailor Moon because I'm a love and justice. That's my ultimate dream growing up. Sailor Moon was like the only female show that I was like, come on, girls. I mean, granted, there were like 20 minutes of transformation scenes. Girls got to get ready, okay?
Those transformation scenes are so long.
But Sailor Moon is amazing and really helped me as a girl growing up in the 90s to find myself empowering and to be like, yeah, I am a woman. Achoo! So I want to be Sailor Moon.
So would you want him to be your tuxedo mask?
I do. I don't think I'll do it.
Do it. I just need to shave. And that's really tough.
Throw the rose, Ethan. You got to be really sassy about it.
I'll just channel my Vega or something. No, that's sassier than Vega. That's way sassier than Vega.
Okay.
And for me, my dream anime cosplay is Guts from Berserk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I desperately want her to cosplay Griffith because she would do such a good crossplay of Griffith. It would be incredible.
Well, Griffith is already pretty feminine in style, so it would work out really well.
Armor is
Gorgeous armor.
Yeah. So you guys would work out really well for a Berserk couples cosplay.
God, Berserk is still one of my favorite animes of all time. That was one upon watching the second to last episode that I just needed to take like half an hour by myself in a quiet place. Just happened. That all just occurred, and we'll be all right.
And it was on screen.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah. And now working my way through the manga as well. There's a lot to work through there. There's a lot.
Very dense.
Yeah, well, considering what happens.
Yeah.
Now, are there any upcoming projects you guys want to talk about at this moment that fans can check out?
I am going to be doing a Harley and Ivy shoot with my very best friend, and it's going to be amazing because it's been in the works for several years. So we're really excited to kind of show the positivity of their relationship because not that I'm against pudding, but It's not exactly the beacon of hope you need in a relationship,
Nope.
and we really want to bring to light the joy and mutual amazingness that is between Harley and Ivy, because a lot of people just don't get it.
I'm not a huge comic book lore nerd, but remember Harley was introduced in the cartoon, not the comic book, so they had a lot more freedom with her in terms of how they wanted to do it. But they were so subtle, and because Poison Ivy is actually a natural seductress, it doesn't really matter where she goes. So it works out really well that those characters can be a couple, and it would just fit so naturally. You know, on top of that, because Harley wants to get away from an abusive relationship with Joker, that it kind of makes sense.
But she needs
the help.
She needs the help. She needs to have Ivy constantly remind her, listen, he's not good for you, girl, but he's so dreamy. But it's good to have her keeping Harley in check.
You
So
and Kelsey are going to do
we're gonna
perfect.
do amazing, and by that I mean she's gonna do amazing, and I'm gonna sit over here like this. It's gonna keep going. So.
And what about you? Do you have any upcoming projects you want to get out?
The one that is really close to finish, I'm super excited about, is King from Tekken. Ooh. So actually, this is going to be the first kind of furry thing, because I have to have a leopard head on.
With the tail, too.
Yep, the tail will be there. The part I'm really excited about, we're going to try to put a sound box either in the head or on. So because he doesn't speak, he only roars, and we're going to be in character. So that one's going to be fun and really hot.
I'm really excited for you to break Nina's back.
And she's going to be Nina from Tekken.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, we've interviewed Nina. Yeah, we've interviewed Nina. Yeah, we've interviewed the voice actress. That's Lisa Wilkinson. She's a friend of ours. Yeah. Lisa actually recorded her role over in Japan because she speaks Japanese. She lived in Japan for, 30 years? Yeah, and she loves cats, too.
I don't know how to feel. I'm having a moment. 'Cause she was my favorite. She was the first character I latched onto, and I'm like, it sucks you have amnesia, Nina, but you look really great. I mean, you're doing great, and I love that she slaps everybody.
Yeah, she's also Sarah in Dead or Alive.
Yes.
Same voice actress. That's Lisa Wilkinson.
Oh, Dead or Alive.
Oh, anyway.
So, in closing thoughts, how can we find you guys online, first and foremost? And then what would you guys like to say to your fellow fans that have been watching for just paying attention to you guys? What message do you want to get out to your fans? So first, where can we find you? And then a final message.
Thousand Faces Cosplay on Facebook and Instagram. Talk to us.
We also have DeviantArt now as well. We're trying to branch out, trying to actually have a YouTube page for some of our craziness, but it's all
Ridiculousness.
under Thousand Faces Cosplay.
Thousand Faces.
And then what message would you like to get out to your fans?
Why?
We don't understand.
I don't understand.
Why you like us.
Why?
I mean, we appreciate it.
We
but
love
we're
you.
Confused.
And to be honest, straight on talking to you guys, reading your messages that you send to us, reading your comments, the fact that you guys pay attention to our lives, is so humbling and so amazing that we're just so happy that we can share this life with you, and all the feels. I can't anymore.
And honestly, just thank you all. We don't know what we did to get lucky enough to deserve the people who interact with us and pay attention to this crazy thing that we do, but we love you all. We really appreciate it. And we promise we're going to stay crazy for you. That's not changing.
Okay, and then one more thing. I know that you guys have another support group that you also do for your anxiety. So where can they find that?
On Facebook, we have a group called Panic and Anxiety Sufferers Support Group.
It's a little wordy.
It's a lot, but it's a really small group of people. Feel free to ask for an invite where you can talk openly about yourself, your struggles. You can live stream your panics so we can get you through that. Anything you need from us as emotional support, we can do so in that group. So the group is full of a lot of amazing people, and it is a safe space. So Panic and Anxiety Sufferers Support Group. It's easier when you do it like that.
You have to actually somehow type in the movements, so good luck with that.
All right, it's been such a wonderful pleasure talking to you both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.